from Rockcut channel, pouring a steady stream of the Word of God to fill our cities. And I was talking about the Jesus feeding the 5,000. I'm pretty sure he did it more than once. Multitudes of people had followed him. Well, I see multitudes of people following other people. Do you see them feeding them? Would you think that they would feed them out of their own pocket? I mean, Jesus had the inside scoop about multiplying food for people. What about these people that are following these preachers these days who don't even admit the real Word of God in the pulpit because they don't want to ruffle any feathers? They don't want to speak the truth because they're afraid that all those multitudes of people might not want to be there anymore. And that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the wrong outlook on your ministry. And just because someone is following somebody doesn't mean you should. You know how many lost people are in this world? Blind, so-called Christians that are just going there just because everybody else is. And it makes you feel good, so you're going to go. But what about the truth? Are you going out of guilt? Are you going there because everybody else does and you don't know what else to do? You know, there's a lot of reasons. Do you give money when you go there to that big building with those multitude of people? Are you being fed there? Are you being sent away hungry? Has your life changed since you've been going there? You know, I've gone to churches that were just a fraction of those big churches out there. And I knew people that served there 12 years or more, and their life had not changed one bit. So, they weren't applying the Word of God to their life. And so you're paying someone to teach you not to change. Evidently, because if you hadn't changed since you've been there, then you're paying that person not to change. So you have no change in your life whatsoever. That was a good message. But you go home and you don't change. So you're paying into something that's not doing you any good. So you might as well just join the gym and go on Sunday. And get your money's worth and change your body. You need to change the way you think. Your mindset needs to change. How else are you going to transform your life? Your mind needs to be transformed to the Word of God. Jesus fed the 5,000. You know why? Because he had compassion on them, because they continued to follow him. And they couldn't go home because they wanted to know if there was more. Because if he had more to glean from, they wanted to know what it was. And he did not want them to be sick on the way home because they had not eaten anything for all those hours. And so he fed them miraculously. Isn't that what Jesus does in our life? He feeds us miraculously. He not only feeds our body, but he knows that man cannot live by bread alone, but by the word of God. So next time you go to church, ask yourself those questions. Has my life changed since I've been going to this church? Have I been just giving and not receiving anything? Have I not tried to change my life? Am I just praying that God will take this horrible spouse out of my life? Are my kids going to change? Probably not. They're going to go the way they're going to go. You pray and direct them in the way they should go, and that's all you can do. You constantly give them the word of God so that they will not think without having to hear your words. We can come against those things. If you're hanging in there and hanging in there and hanging in there and nothing's changing, then you better get with the Lord about that. Men, are you still going to church and pretending to be a loving husband while you're cheating on the side? Your wife is praying to God that you will go away because she's not stupid. Those are the facts. These things, they keep happening over and over and over again. Will there ever be a church building without a Christian who is cheating or a Christian who is not changing? And that we are yet to see. So do your homework, and then we'll touch base on the subject again. Have a blessed day, everyone.